Tom and Dan to talk to you about secured roofing and restoration. SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. If you got a roof issue, call up our guys.
100%. All their employees are employed by Secure Roofing and Restoration.
Yes, sir,
so
indeed.
they're not using 1099 guys.
No.
They offer contactless inspections of your roof.
And they try to get it done in one day. You know, if they're throwing shingles on there, they want to be up and down in one day.
They'll do a shingle roof in one day. And also, if you have any weather damage, hail damage, any bad weather from hurricanes, they offer between 24 and 48 hours. If you call them, they'll come and emergency tarp your roof so there's not any further damage if you are missing shingles or there's some damage from storms. Also, they're licensed and insured and can talk directly with all insurance companies to make sure your claim is handled correctly. So they'll handle all that process for you. If you want to talk to them, you can get a free quote on their website. It's SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. That's SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha's here. Hello, Sam.
Hi.
Butler's here. What's going on? Sales guy extraordinaire Butler.
Hello.
So we got a little magic theme of today's ACT. You'll hear a second segment talk a little more about it. But so we were talking about fooling the audience. This was Chris Angel and some of the current day, I almost like comedians, but magicians. They'll fool a live audience or try to do it legit, where they get real reactions and not use the plants and the actors, which I assume they used for David Copperfield back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, and I don't know how he decides when people would be in on the trick or when people would not be.
Because I remember as a kid watching when David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear, and then they had the small group of audience on some sort of dock,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then
because they wanted real reaction, but
and then when he'd bring the cover down and then it was gone, the people would be like, "Whoa!" But they had to have seen the mirror or whatever they used. I mean, it's all there. It's not like they looked.
I still
don't
understand how he accomplished that.
Some of it is TV editing mixed with mirrors and things but the audience, I assume, was in on it. They did not look over and live saw the same thing the TV audience, because it was for TV. Because they were well aware that, okay, who cares who gets fooled live? This is for millions of TV audience. Back in the day where David Copperfield specials used to be the whole GD nation was watching it.
That was 1983.
The Statue of Liberty?
Yeah.
I remember watching. Maybe I watched a replay.
Had to be a replay.
Because I was only one. So
I was 7 then.
Yeah. But I remember that one specifically, and the people standing at the dock. But I must have watched.
You probably saw where he did another thing, and they're some of his past tricks.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they would replay stuff like that.
Yeah. So anyway, Butler, you said you were live at a Copperfield magic trick?
Yeah. It was God. It must have been 1985 though. It was at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. They used to have an amphitheater kind of pavilion. And we
David Copperballs.
Yeah, my older brother, my parents, we all saw David Copperfield with some other English families, and I remember being absolutely terrified. He made some kid disappear and turned him into a pillow person. So I remember that kind of dates it when it was, because
turned him into a pillow.
like the wrestler.
No. That was a wrestling buddy. But these things, they were just like a square pillow, and they had faces on them. They're from the 80s. They were they're weird, but that's what he turned this kid into. And it for some reason,
2 years after making the Statue of Liberty disappear, he's making pillow pets.
Well, that's why
stupid.
That's why I was kind of shocked when she said it was 1983. I was thinking it must have been later on, because I was seeing him in Williamsburg in 85.
Well, he's still doing other gigs. He do a big it's a band would do a big nationally televised, but they would still do their smaller shows in St. Pete at the amphitheater. So, you know what I'm saying? Is that going to make money? So I'm sure they paid him to go and do live magic. And man, Copperfield made an insane amount of money. Look up.
He owns multiple islands, right? So basically, spoiler alerts, guys. So what he did was, where'd it go? How did he do it? So he raised a sheet in front of the statue, and then when he dropped it, Lady Liberty was gone. However, she was actually just hidden behind one of the towers that held the sheet up. So it was all like a perspective angle type thing. So David moved the platform everyone was on using loud music so the audience wouldn't know or feel the shift. So he was actually moving the platform everyone was standing on so that at the angle that you were looking at before,
so
you
he's
couldn't
changing
see.
the perspective.
So
That
he
makes
was
sense.
fooling the actual
Yeah, he
audience.
changed the perspective so that the
Interesting.
statue went behind the tower.
That's pretty damn cool that he would use perspective. And okay, now I have
And it
more
says,
respect for it.
if you watch the radar machine next to David as he is making the statue disappear, you can see a glare appear because at that point the stage is moving.
Gotcha. So I was under the assumption that everybody was plants and they were just actors.
Well, how did you get those tickets for that then? If they
It was
weren't
only a
plants?
dozen people.
They
They
probably
had to handpick the dodos,
that.
Otherwise, like David Copperfield, people been hyper vigilant, like me, who was looking for stuff.
Like, wait a minute, it's over there.
Yeah.
They moved us a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
they couldn't- I bet you it was probably like a mixture of like they're real people, but also maybe friends and family. And
Interview for
you
your
know, they had
chance
an
to be on
influencer
David
in there,
Copperfield.
guaranteed.
It was all.
You get at least
and they were
one.
saying that like basically like blasted loud music and stuff so you wouldn't hear the platform shift.
You get one or two people in there, and I think you play it like a jury. And you get one or two people in there that
And
are
then, yeah.
that are in on it with you that can
that
influence the
everybody.
other
Right,
people.
Oh my God! I can't.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, I
Like,
guess so.
you know, you just need a couple
Someone
guys.
screams,
You know,
"It's gone!" Right when they're like,
you
"Oh my
get
God,
me
it
on
is."
there, and I'm like, man, I'm so nervous. You think you can do this? And some guys I don't believe in any magic. And then I know what to do. I got to help this guy believe. But they wouldn't have picked that guy anyway.
Yes,
you know?
I'm saying they like handpick it like a jury, but also they make sure that everybody like wants it to go successful too. You know,
you want people
there's
that
not some
are
troll or some hate,
positive.
like, you want
That's the
to ruin it.
problem right now.
He's worth $1 billion.
Whoa!
Yeah, $1 billion.
Yeah.
Those LA stints, man. Those Las Vegas.
Remember when he was with Claudia Schiffer?
Yeah.
No, he used to get the
years.
he
He's
was
creepy. looking,
He is
right?
creepy. Yeah.
Well, he's a nerd too. Like he's a nerd that turned into like this mystical magician that has but really deep down he's just a magic nerd.
and he makes really nerdy jokes. I mean, the corniest.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, how did he make $1 billion?
Because not only is his magic shows like some of the most expensive to go see, but also he's got a lot of crazy investments he did over the years in real estate that he owns a bunch of real estate.
There it is.
So he
He'd
just
like do a trick, buy a building.
Yeah.
Do a trick, buy a building.
because
you
he
know?
was getting
Do a trick, buy
paid
an island.
Yeah.
massive money because those TV specials had a bigger audience than they would ever now.
And he also owns like a bunch of different restaurants, merchandising. He owns his own like magic memorabilia collections that he sells off to people.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so he'll always
Yeah, but
be
is he a bad
billion.
Is he a bad dude?
There were rumors, I remember back in
Yeah.
the day, that some sketch shit happened on his island. Damn, I forgot we were doing ACT.
No.
Oh God, I didn't even catch that.
Me
You
neither.
looked me dead in the eyes, and I'm like, no one noticed that.
Yeah,
No,
I was like, say it
that would've
again,
flown.
say it again.
Yeah.
I love it. Can't get enough of it.
By the way, the person that invents the vaccine for COVID, so there's going to be some Indian guy that makes $13,000 a year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
David Copperfield,
The guy's literally working his ass all day
Right?
and night to try and save humans'
He's
lives.
doing nonsense.
This guy turned a deck. He turned an old deck so 12 idiots wouldn't see
He
the
tricked
Statue
idiots.
of Liberty behind a tower.
One of our highest paid humans just tricks idiots.
Yeah, so I found it. It says he appeared to be referring to accusations in 2007 by former beauty queen Lacey Carroll,
Yeah.
accused Copperfield of imprisoning and assaulting her at his Bahamas home. I knew there was something about like some kind of sexual misconduct with him on an island, but he has his
Yeah.
own island too, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe he owns an island in the
That's
Bahamas.
where you go when you get enough money. You go straight island.
Yeah.
You go
Especially
island
when
shopping.
You're really horny.
Yeah.
Then you bring all your celebrity friends over there.
I don't know why you need an island to do that. I do just fine in my wife's office.
Well, there was a time where owning your own island was like the cool rich guy thing. I think it
Now you
doesn't-
need that movable island. Have you seen that
Well,
one?
you just
they
rent-
got that one now that's got engines on it. Have you seen that?
What?
Oh, it's just like a giant floating
Yeah, but
structure.
it looks like an island.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's just a ginormous boat, and you just drive it around.
But there's like trees and
Yeah.
sand in it.
Yeah,
but
houses.
it's on like a barge type thing.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So it's
It is stupid.
Yeah, it looks like a round like the novelty deserted island, like a palm tree with sand, like that kind of thing.
And you drive it around.
But just a
That's
barge.
only like oil tycoon money, right? There's no way.
Oh,
it's not that big. It's like
there's a real big one that some guy in Dubai has, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
They
Dubai.
also have a giant fake like sand installation of the world in the water.
It's called the Islands. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
called
no.
the World Islands,
Butler.
like the Palm Tree Islands.
Tuna Daddy's calling you out in the old chat. He says the event at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, was actually the magic of David Copperfield, and they used lookalikes. It wasn't actually David Copperfield. And then he put exclamation point Uncle Dijon.
I was also 4 years old, so you really give me a
But
break.
you went your whole life. Like, I saw
You saw Jerry Copperfield.
Jerry Copperfield.
How many people did you tell? It's like me that I thought I was Cherokee Indian. Your whole life, you're like, I saw David Copperfield at Busch Gardens, and the whole time.
It is funny because when you guys called Butler in here, we do talk to somebody in the next segment who went and saw Chris Angel, and in the chat he was like, "Wow, Butler had to come in and one up me with his David Copperfield story."
He also saw Paul McCartney. It's McArt.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that goes to show you how bad our memories are and how dead set. Like if you would have told,
I thought
Butler,
it was weird that he went from Statue of Liberty to Pillow Pal.
Right?
A little odd,
I was confused myself.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the easy stuff. I think I got an easy crowd.
he pulled a long, it looked like a bunch of handkerchiefs out of his mouth.
Wait, when did he do the Statue of Liberty? 83 and 85. I saw him stuff a kerchief into a plastic thumb.
He had a coloring book, and then the pages were blank.
I saw a dead dove roll out of his top hat.
You saw a birthday magician, and you thought it was David Copperfield.
Look how mad he is.
You deserve it.
Yeah, don't get mad at us.
You're like, I saw David Copperfield. I'm like, well, then come in, like, so tell us a
Come in
story.
here. Come on in here,
Yeah,
cop. You're David Copperfield.
Yes! All right, Pabone, get on it. Get on it, Pabone.
Oh my God, I made myself lightheaded.
Stupid tuna daddy.
And it's if David Copperfield to make his job disappear.
You just made Sam Little Girl squeal. She goes, ah!
That's how I know it's a good one.
Oh, damn it.
And if I
Got him again.
If I can make a person with that much damage crack,
He wasn't here when she was giving us the damage report.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Every day it's a little more.
Some of the,
I'm like,
some
stop
of the
telling
things
it.
about her childhood Sam was telling us this morning, brother. Holy
it's
crap.
it's worse and worse.
We were like, you got to stop.
Yeah, I can only take some ice. I got to eat lunch.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Bye.
Bye. Hashtag TDABC is the hashtag you use anytime you go to your local ABC and buy something. Just take a picture, use that hashtag of whatever you bought. Maybe you bought some delicious Sugarworks whiskey, or
well, Butler brought us some of their varieties, right? We've got the Shark Bite that we're going to get down on. The Kalalisa Creek is another fine whiskey product, but for all of your adult beverage needs, always be celebrating. That's ABC, and we're proud to have them as one of our clients for a long time, and I know many of you guys have gone there, used the hashtag, taken the photos, and we love showing ABC,
you guys support them.
It's amazing.
Also, if you go to thehumidor.com, use promo code Tom and Dan if you're going to buy any cigars. They got constant specials on there. If you use the promo code, you'll get a percentage off. They'll know that it's coming from us, so that helps us. Usually, the promo code's going to be Tom and Dan for any of our clients. So remember that promo code, but it's ABC Fine Wine and Spirits all across Florida. You guys know where they are.
Tons of locations, an amazing variety of all of your liquors, your wines, your beer, your White Claw, everything you can find it at ABC. And if they don't have it, like even some of the local products like Sugarworks, you can ask for it.
Yeah.
They'll get it for you.
Yeah, 100%. It's ABC and thehumidor.com. It used to be a thing that the dad would horribly embarrass their sons, and then make them do something in front of the party or whatever. I don't.
Yeah, no, they did. No, they did. They made me go get your accordion. Yeah, pretty bad. There's a picture of me in full corduroy pants,
Corduroy accordion,
and a little
Vest?
a little, yeah, like I
Like a
look
little
like a fucking Polish club member.
Yeah.
And I've got my accordion, and I'm like, they're like, get out of here, play Lady of Spain.
How did you learn the accordion?
There was a lady that my mom knew who played it,
And it interested you as a child?
yeah, you know what? Here's the thing about an accordion. Accordions are fucking cool when you're a kid because you're like, look at this person playing what can only be described as like a space. Like, I don't even know what that is. Is it an organ? Is it a piano? Is it what is it?
Accordions were never cool.
No, I think they're, but well,
Me
maybe
and Samantha are clowning.
Maybe not clown away. Maybe they're not cool, but they're something
They're fun,
they're interesting
maybe, for a kid.
They're weird, And
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to play that. And it just so happens the lady had a kid-size accordion.
Yeah, it's
Weird.
In my mind, it's something an old man plays to a young wooden puppet. That's the only person.
That's the first instrument I learned how to play is an accordion. And then I had to man up a little bit. Then I went to flute.
There's a reason.
Manning up.
Yeah.
There's no other audience except for wooden puppets watching you because accordion stings.
You don't remember. You don't watch Lawrence Welk then.
No.
Myron Florin. Look up Myron Florin.
Crystal's grandfather did, and he loved Lawrence Welk.
Oh,
and
I love it.
That was literally how I found out about Lawrence Welk. Is
I love it.
He would tell us about it, and he was 100 years old.
Oh, I love it. It's I still watch it now. QVC, Lawrence Welk.
What is it? A variety
Wrestling.
show?
Yeah, they do like singing and dancing.
Yeah. That's
We've got an Irish.
Man, he did that accordion bit for 30 years. on
Myron
the Lawrence Welk
Florin
show.
is a fucking amazing accordion player.
Can you still play the accordion?
No, hell no. I mean, if you gave me, I'll do the Tom Van thing. If you gave me 2 weeks, yeah, I could work something.
I'm gonna buy you an accordion for
They're
your
expensive.
birthday.
No, you can't afford one.
Oh, I could afford it.
Dude, they're like really, really fucking expensive.
Well, what's
and I don't
really-
want a shit one. I want a good one. If you're going to get
What
me
is that?
back in the accordion game, I want a good accordion.
$700?
More than that.
$1,400?
Yeah, closer to that. $2,000. I want my
I get it
initials.
used.
I want my initials in like white bone on the side too.
If a
and I want my straps to be that leather that has my initials in them.
Hey, we can get you a... It is a toy accordion
I don't want
from
it.
Guitar Center for $30.
I don't want a toy
How much-
accordion.
okay,
Now you're
look up-
clowning on me.
Look up for used accordion.
I got one right here on eBay for $50.
Oh, well,
That's a hunk of shit.
yeah, yeah.
I want
Okay.
a good.
Well, what's a good brand of accordion?
I don't know anymore.
I'll drop like a $200.
No,
$250.
$200. I need at least $1,000.
Well,
I'm not touching the fucking thing.
Hold on.
My
Hunk
God.
of shit.
There's got to be an infinite amount of these things laying around. No one
They're
wants
not
them.
laying around. You keep
No
it
one
in a
wants them.
case.
Well, I'm just saying, some grandpa.
And they stunk like leather because it had these leather straps. So you have to put these straps over it and snap them to keep the whole accordion part from falling out. Because if you let go of it, the whole accordion part will just go and just dump out.
For sure, there's dozens of old man nerds that die every day and leave their kids accordions that were sitting in their attic, and then they're selling them off because they're the state selling
I don't
them.
even
Pop
know
up.
where
This
my-
is a gift set accordion, and it comes with 7 items. It's got an accordion, and for whatever reason, 6 like mugs from the Ukraine.
Oh, the Ukrainian mugs. Yeah.
All right, you got an accordion and a 6 Ukraine mugs?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Dude,
Why
for
am I-
$50.
Only 50?
Plus $10 shipping.
That's got to be a trap of some
I
sort.
feel like it is a trap.
Yeah.
That's on eBay,
I
though.
think if you do that, you buy children of some sort.
Okay,
Does it say pepperoni pizza or cheese pizza?
look
on
up-
there?
Nah,
Like-
there's one for $280 on Musician's Friend.
Now we're getting
That
somewhere.
looks pretty cool.
What is it? Dude?
I don't want a
It's the
colorful
Sophia Marie Mini Traveler accordion.
No, I don't want
and
a mini
it's
traveler.
Zebra Pearl. Look at this thing.
I want a full size.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool, and
That's
it's
actually
new.
not bad.
That looks like Liberace's ring.
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
I think we go for that one.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So am I going to start doing accordion Zoom shows for the listeners?
Yeah.
Is that the goal here?
Yeah. And then I'm like, are they tipping?
Take your pants off and move that.
Waggle it.
Hold on. Do I want to hear some Myron Florin?
They called him the Happy Norwegian.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude, this guy.
If you started...
This guy's so... Oh, he did Roll Out the Barrel, which is just a classic, right? Here's a...
Is that a classic?
Yes!
Never heard of
You'll
it.
know it. You'll know it. Roll out the barrel.
Oh, that's a banjo. Right? Oh, there it is.
You can't be in a bad mood, I guess, when you hear an accordion.
Yeah.
It's good, right? You can play the spoons. Like, you can do washboard.
Okay. We do have a
hold on.
washboard
We're
in the
starting a
bathroom.
band. It works for every other radio show.
And then Butler
will have a
didgeridoo.
Oh, God. Butler can have a box with a siren and a light on it, a smoke machine.
We're trying to make and I'll bring out the bass. Samantha play drums.
Here's Santeria.
Do you think we can play Santeria?
For sure.
If we
On
learn
accordion drums, what are you going to play?
bass.
What's Butler going to play?
Didgeridoo.
Butler, get in here. You still got your didgeridoo?
He's probably got a few of them, I feel like.
Well, he's probably got more.
two,
Oh, he bought an
said.
extra one. They're multiplying.
So Daniel's on accordion. Butler's
Well, I got to get an
didgeridoo.
acording first.
We're gonna get you.
I
one.
haven't
we're
played
gonna get
one
you
since
one.
I was like 6.
That's fine. You'll learn.
You got some learning to do.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
30,
still in there.
38 years of nothing's in there anymore.
Yeah.
I've used all the alcohol and marijuana to push it out.
It's like if you brought me a stand-up jet ski tomorrow, I'll still do that trick where I ski on the side of it with barefoot
like
ski,
that. That's a good one. I
and then
like
I'll
that
flip
one.
over and then do the jet.
Do the jet where he's laying on the back and it starts spraying.
Oh, no. I flip to the front and then it nosedives and then I push the throttle and it blasts a rooster tail
Got
out.
the cum shot.
That is the cum shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the Goen Richter cum shot.
Butler,
Only stand-up guys will think of
what are you
Are
going to
you
play?
classically trained in didgeridoo, or are you just making noises?
I am self-taught in the ditch.
Oh, okay.
All right, in the ditch.
So, I mean, how well, as far as, okay. Like,
I get winded pretty quickly these days.
Okay, we have other people that are chiming in. Some of
Okay.
the listeners, maybe we could do one of these virtual things where we get a whole band.
Okay.
You know, of everybody call in. We get 100 different listeners, and then we do "We Are the World."
Yes.
What are we doing this for? We're doing this for, but
Yellow
it's for
Brick Road.
everybody.
Okay.
You know what? You know what we're going to call it? All Lives Matter.
Okay.
I think that's got a nice ring to it.
All lives matter. We are the world.
Yeah, it's the All Lives Matter. We are the world. 2020 Jam Band Election Edition. It'll piss off nobody. Everyone will love it.
I think it'll piss off Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so back to didgeridoo. Because I have no understanding.
We got piano. I got baritone sax. Esteban guitar.
Doc is a harpist.
Oh, yeah. I have her CD burned into my
that's
computer.
right.
I go to sleep listening to the sweet sounds of Butler's wife on the harp. She was a professional harp player.
We go to the Butler household,
Weird
and there's
life.
a didgeridoo and a harp. Big ass.
Big.
It's one of those-
Huge.
It is a big ass harp.
It's golden. It's golden. It weighs 1,000 pounds. His wife?
Damn, I should have hired her for my wedding.
Oh, dude.
Does she
She is.
tickle the string?
They don't believe the CD.
They tickle the strings.
I'll bring
Bring it in,
I will
yeah.
bring the CD
I wanna hear-
in.
Is there any music videos of her playing
I
harp?
don't. Did she do videos?
No.
It's good though. And how old was she when she recorded?
God, like 15?
Yeah, it's awesome. I listen to underage harp music.
Damn, at 15, she made a CD on harp?
Yeah.
Dude, it's nice as hell.
Goddamn prodigy.
He brought it to me one day thinking
That
I
was
you thought
hard
it was
as
like a
fuck.
goof.
Yeah.
I'm like,
She
fuck
made
no.
the harp herself.
Now, hold on.
She carved it.
No, she didn't.
Swear to God, yeah.
The harp.
He's not joking.
What kind of fucking...
She carved a harp.
I don't believe anything Butler says.
Before she was a chiropractor, she was a harp carver.
And player. What?
Yeah,
No way.
professional
She used to
harpist.
play at like Renaissance fairs and stuff.
This is
Where are the photos of it?
These are the
I have
conversations
photos.
Butler and I have in
have
the
to
morning
show me.
while we're both getting high. Oh, so
Now it's kind of making sense why you guys are married. She was fucking playing harp at a Renaissance fair. That's some stony baloney
and he
shit.
comes rolling up dressed like he's like, hello, Doc.
Yeah, he's full of harp. Yeah.
Selling some of me wizard wands I have.
Now it's starting to make sense because before I was like, something's not adding up here.
'Twas me, young Travis, wandering through woods, and I see the maid, and she's strumming the harp. I asked for her hand in marriage today. Young lady, come crack my back, you're a chiropractor. I do nothing. I have a job with some goofs, and I do nothing there. Take me away, please make me rich. I will buy all the Legos in town. It's fun to sing in that.
I got the recipient of one of those Lego purchases.
Yeah, I know. This guy he buys everything online.
Dude, those were like that thing had a fucking
You know-
Mario Wi-Fi.
You know how
in it.
hard those are to find?
I don't know. Yeah. My
They're
boys
very
loved
hard
it.
to find.
Yeah, it's impossible to find.
Yeah.
And the fucking Mario goes on the Legos, and then it's a course, and it changes the goddamn Mario's belly. Anyway,
What are you
And
talking
you get the
about? You sound
coins?
like a
Yeah.
crazy person.
I know. Anyway, it's the whole thing. And
He's
my
joining
boys-
the choppers. That's what. That's
Oh,
the
man.
start of chopperism right there.
And then-
Look
and
how
then-
excited he was.
And then I text Butler like, "Hey, my boys love this Mario's Lego thing. Thanks."
So Butler got your kids some Legos. Is that what's happening? I missed that.
Oh,
somewhere.
sorry. Yeah, we never talked about it.
Oh, that's some shady business deals going on off there.
Well, he felt bad for bullying Tom, putting the dick cards in.
Telling him he had to take his shirt off.
Yeah, even this morning he said something to you that was just really shitty, and then he keeps buying Tom gifts to make up for all the things he does.
Yeah. And then I brought it to my sons, and Butler's like, I'm going to be the hero now. I'm like, I told them I got it.
Of course.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
That's fucked up.
What?
That's fucked
I
up.
took the credit. And
No,
they're like, thank
whenever
you, Dad.
he
They're
gives-
hugging me. I'm like, I
Daddy,
love
you're
you.
the best.
I'm like, I am the best. And that's how it
Oh,
starts.
they're coming over today. You should tell them the truth. Tell them their daddy's a liar.
That's all right.
Oh, I'm totally going to say that in
Oh.
front of him. Watch me.
Max will beat you up.
Ooh.
Tommy won't believe you.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. You got a good system worked out there.
Yeah.
The smart one doesn't believe. The big one beats you up. Or
They'll beat up anybody that talks bad about Papa.
Did they call you Papa?
I want
Papa?
to. They don't.
Why do you want to age yourself? Like, what do they call you now?
They call me Tom, like alcoholic stepdad.
You're not my dad, Tom.
But Tom fell asleep.
Aw.
Tom's in the garage with the door locked again, Mom. Go. Are you jacking off in there, Tom?
God, why it's so sad when a kid calls their parents by their first name. I don't know why, but I'm just like, oh.
I never saw
something
anybody
happened.
do it except for Dave. You know, my buddy Dave in L.A. His sister Courtney, who I love, she's so sweet. But, girls, I believe, and I think I'm going to have it, are a little spicier, I think, than boys.
Well, they're more independent.
And going at their moms, I heard Courtney, Dave's sister, call her Gail a lot.
I call my mom by her name.
And I remember when I heard it. I remember where I was. I was in their house.
We
It was
heard the
a-
stories. We know why.
Yeah.
Well, no, it actually started as a joke back in the day, and then it just kind of stuck.
I think
Oh,
this
right.
started as a joke, too, but it was so disrespectful. I remember standing down on the stairs, and Courtney had dyed her hair when she was told not to. And her mom's like, Courtney, you dyed your hair? And she's like, yeah, I dyed my hair. Gail.
What you gonna do about it?
And I remember being like, seriously like being like, fuck, because Gail took off up the stairs, and Dave and I went outside. We took off. We were like, this is not going to end well.
Back to didgeridoo. So,
So we're starting the band.
I'm in.
What's the name of the band? I say we go with All Lives Matter again. I think. Okay. Joking.
So the didgeridoo, I have no idea if someone's playing it good or bad.
Right.
I've just heard, you hear the
You just
noise.
hear a noise.
And so then you're like, is that it? Is that the thing? Is he doing a good job? Is he not? Or is he just...
Like, is there a melody to it? Can you pull up some, like, professional didgeridoo? What's it supposed to be?
Yeah.
Well, you got to be able to circular breathe, which is the first thing. Really.
So is it just if you
Or loop
make
it.
a sound, then you're succeeding and that's the highest level of...
no, there's carrying like a rhythm and a tune.
Okay. That's... I've never heard
So is
that.
it for rhythm?
Yeah.
This just sounds like weird alien noises, right? Yeah, I guess there's a bit of a cadence
Okay, so
going
that-
there.
This needs some harp.
Oh, you want to come over on a Friday night?
We're the butlers!
Drums everywhere.
We're all sitting on
tapestry.
throw pillows in the garage.
Travis is so high that it's unbelievable. People are like,
His wife is dressed like an angel. She's dressed like one of
levitating.
Corey Feldman's angels, like, playing the harp.
10,000 milligrams. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, but like I can't. Like, so is that the top?
Right.
Like, like if you hear like
That's about it.
Like, what's a bad didgeridoo player sound like?
Well, this is the same guy. I'll give you a different song from him. How about that? I'll give you a different. Here's a different song.
Is there a band that incorporates didgeridoo that has, like, lyrics?
Yeah, I would say.
went down to Georgia. He was looking for a didgeridoo. He's in a bind.
The band behind the band Rusted Root had a didge,
Oh,
I believe.
you're right. I think you're right.
some other
This is not a musical instrument. This is a poor man's stick train. What is it? It's a fucking stupid.
It is
It's Aboriginal,
It's a stick,
so
it's a stick train.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason that we.
Well, at least with
Moved on.
drums, okay, if you have sticks and you have drums, like it gets to a point where if you hear a good drummer, you're like, whoa, that's awesome. This I don't know.
Wait, this one's pretty cool though.
Sounds like my dog's sniffing for a treat.
Yeah, it does actually.
So, like, how are you supposed to consume this?
Caesar, stop
I don't
it.
know.
Like,
I don't know.
like who consumes didgeridoo music? Like,
Stoners.
do you sit there and you're like, yeah?
I guess you could
feeling the vibe, man.
meditate to it.
Are
You
you-
can get
is
in
it
the rhythm and
I
maybe
feel like
do
I need to be doing ayahuasca and puking in a bowl when I'm listening to this.
You're like, oh, they're coming.
You could do like a body scan and get in the rhythm and just kind
Ooh,
of
the
like
deprivation tank, maybe.
yeah.
I was really high and 19 when I got this, so
Oh, okay.
I
It's
really-
high people music,
I
right?
kind of want somebody just to tell me, oh yeah, that's what I listen to. I listen to that when I go to Burger King.
Like jamming
You know, like,
while
I
you're
want it to
driving.
be, like,
yeah.
normal.
Right. Me too.
It's weird. Is there any can you follow music on a sheet to it, or is it all in your head?
No, it's kind of like more like a drum circle kind of instrument. Really,
I've never understood the drum circle because most people that do drum circles don't play drums very well.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So it's just a lot of like slapping, and then they look at the other person and they jump in.
But with drums, there's you could play notes like you can
Right.
follow sheet music. Is there any sheet music to didgeridoo at all?
Tom, I am not classically trained in didgeridoo art.
That's actually a really good question.
When I tell Butler to come in here about didgeridoo, about Britain, about
He doesn't know
what was the
nothing.
other
Yeah.
goddamn thing?
He owns all of these things
Yeah.
and talks about them, but knows nothing about them.
I have a lot of instruments actually. I got about 8 harmonicas. I got a couple guitars, a couple
Maybe
hand
you could be the
drums.
John Popper of the band. How fat can you get in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Challenge accepted.
And then you got to wear like those ammo belts and keep all of your harps.
Chewbacca vest.
Yeah.
How much for a didgeridoo? What do they run?
He's got one.
No, but like what? How, like, are they a
don't
couple
know.
$100?
No. I think I got mine for 90, and it had real Australian beeswax.
Oh, now with real Australian this one's got real Australian beeswax on it.
And
So I'm trying to find out about notation for didgeridoo, and it doesn't appear to be there. There really isn't any standard notation for it, but there are different techniques used to describe which rhythm you're going to play.
Then it's a glorified whistle. It's like
I think you can notate whistling.
Can you
Yeah, whistling you can.
I guess there's notes. No, but I'm saying like a
whistle through your teeth like an
junkanoo.
old
I whistle all different. I can whistle like 50 different ways. I
A
can,
coach's whistle.
Right.
You know what I'm
I can
saying?
whistle
Like,
through my bottom
it's
teeth.
just you blow and it makes a noise. That's it. So the didgeridoo, but I guess there's low and high, right?
Yeah.
You could have
I have
a-
2 different didgeridoos. One actually it's more of a high pitch.
You
One
can
is a
have
lower
a
pitch.
piccolo didgeridoo.
So there has to be a spectrum of notes. Then it's kind of like if there a harmonica, every single valve has a note. So like the low note, there's
Oh, there is. Okay, so now I found a didgeridoo notation legend.
Okay. Because
But
every
it's really still just kind of like how to like blow into it.
Yeah, go up, go
How
down.
long
Go
Yeah.
up,
draw
go down.
the
oh, okay.
So there's
long
the
stops.
standard
Yeah, okay.
open drone. There's the open vocalization. There's a sharp drone.
When your instrument makes a drone,
Breath mark.
isn't it?
Humming. Like, so it's not really. I mean, it's a way to read it, but it's not really notes. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh God.
Everything can
There's
be
one
though.
call flutter tonguing,
Yeah, I know what that is.
Oh, I wonder if
I'm eating my didgeridoo.
and of course there is one called toot.
You just give it a like.
Hold on. I wonder if Butler is really good at oral because of didgeridoo.
Has the didgeridooing
Right? It makes your
improved
mouth.
your cunnilingus technique?
Since 19 years old, yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, it's probably
Wait.
improved.
And
with
you're
age.
40 now? 38?
Yeah, 39.
39?
Yeah. Like, does it pay to have a stronger
Do? Your didgeridoo?
embouchure?
Roll my tongue pretty well.
Embouchure. Yeah, look at this guy. I can't roll my tongue, but I get it done.
Well, rolling. You never roll your tongue while you're doing that.
No.
You know, like You're not doing.
Yeah, I don't. I can't. I can't roll my tongue.
Well, I'm saying, if you even could.
I usually just go side to side.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's called dog killing a cat.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I usually bite down, but gently with my teeth, and then I go back and forth like a chew toy until I get lightheaded, and then I fall over like a dog.
All right.
Enjoy the show.
What the hell?
Watch some stuff.
You guys got it.
You got it. Full transparency, this is the third ice machine that we've purchased for T&D Studio number 3, the beautiful Streamline Studios here in Baldwin Park.
Yeah.
We bought a tiny, I want to say it was...
countertop ice machine.
Yeah, but it was made by the company Insignia. That's the Best Buy brand, right? Insignia?
I don't know.
I think that's their brand.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it'd be like if you go to Winn-Dixie, you've got like Price Chopper and...
It's- wasn't it
Value?
Thrifty Made, and Cracklin Good, you know.
And Walmart's value brand.
Great value.
Great
How
value.
dare you?
Yeah, great value. And then Publix just has Publix brand.
Yeah.
They're uppity about it. So anyway, we bought a really crappy one. Then we thought we were getting an upgrade. The next time, I think we got like a little bit bigger one. Well, and that one, and we even flushed it with vinegar because it's the type of ice machine that doesn't have a designated water line. You have to fill it up with water, and then it makes ice. So there's really no refrigerant in there, right? It's only staying cold based on its own ice.
Yeah, and then it melts. It goes into the tray, and the tray has holes, and then as it melts, it just melts back in the reservoir, and then snake eating its own tail just keeps on recycling. The problem is... And we loved our first ice machine. I was drinking ice every day, and I was like, "Look at us, we're icemen." And then
yeah, we did think we were pretty fancy.
And then Butler was like, he's like, something's wrong. And then we went and looked, and there was mold, like red and black mold.
I've heard of black mold before. I've never heard of red mold. If it's like karate belts, it's one step below, I feel like.
So then we were like, God, why is there mold? So then we made Butler look it up. And then he's like, you got to run a cycle of vinegar through there. So then we put vinegar in the reservoir, and it made vinegar ice. Yeah. And
which then he like mistakenly served to like Leonard Oots or something one time. Like we're giving our guests.
So then we couldn't get the vinegar to so we took all the vinegar out and we started running water, but everything tastes like vinegar
for a month.
And smelled like vinegar in the studio.
But Tom and I would just power through it, because if you dump enough Mountain Dew on top of it, it tastes just like vinegar Mountain Dew.
The poison of the dew will
kill the vinegar.
Kill the vinegar.
Vinegar Dew.
So. That's my attorney. I'm vinegar Dew. So anyway, then we got mad about that, and then finally, I think it broke or it got moldy again.
Yeah, it got moldy again. And then it stopped working.
Then Butler was taking it out to the trash, but then the lady that lives behind us who never wears a top had her fake boobs out, that he freaked out. He came in here with a boner. And you guys did believe me. You guys did believe me.
I didn't.
I told Tom, and I told Butler that we have a woman.
I've never seen Butler run faster.
And Sam, you saw it.
Yeah.
She's hot.
She is hot.
She is gorgeous.
She's a young sweetie.
She's a young sweetie, and she just happens to love it a little more all natural. I told you guys one day I had it, and then you got to clarify.
You have to clarify.
I saw you look over at Samantha because you guys. I saw you look at her the day I said it, and you're like, "Yeah, these dementia is happening." You know, like old man. I mean,
I thought you were making it up.
I thought at least there was some type of exaggeration.
Yeah, he wants friends, so he's lying about the topless lady. Yeah. So then Butler goes out back to throw away the moldy ice machine, and she's back there. So then he runs back in with the moldy ice machine.
No, he never saw it.
Samantha
saw it. Yeah. And then I told you guys, and then Butler ran as fast as he could to go out there. She was already gone.
Yeah. Which is
and I'm like, don't be a creeper and go out there and stare at her.
Yeah, which is a bold move where Samantha's like, she's out there sunbathing topless, and then Butler just took
he didn't even say anything.
he started running like Superman saw a child falling from a skyscraper.
I was embarrassed.
And then we're like, no, come back. And we couldn't stop him.
It was too late.
Anyway, so then we bought the same.
It's like your kid running into traffic at the beach. Like it's hard to stop him.
We bought the same ice machine again.
Oh yeah, we just bought it.
Because you didn't learn your lesson.
It was more. I was like, well, we're getting. No, this is what I said. I go, we're getting a better one because it's more expensive. But then I realized that no, this time we were just getting it in brushed aluminum, more expensive, and we got a warranty on it, more expensive.
So
but we don't want the same one.
So we got the new one, and we got the warranty on it, and then it got moldy again. Of course it did, because it just happened.
I thought it was Butler's job to clean the ice machine.
Well, it was also Butler and Tom's job to fill up the fish tank, and you see how that's going.
That's true.
Yeah. There's a lot of jobs.
I feel like I'm going to have to do all the jobs just so things actually go correctly.
Like filling up the soap
He's
dispenser.
good at buying new ice machines.
I mean,
Is he?
I don't know. Probably not.
Filling up the soap
He's,
dispenser.
quote, running an errand again. Let's call him and see what he's actually doing.
Oh, it's pretty cool. pretend to be Mr. Hullabuck.
Hello, this is Mr. Hollerbach. Hold on, let me get his number. Do you want me to prank him?
Because he was supposed to go to Best Buy to pick up this ice machine. We have one 2 minutes away, but he's surprisingly they didn't have it there, and it's going to take him an hour to get one from Altamont. I'm like, what?
He's not watching in the chat room, is he?
I haven't seen him type in there.
By the way, you're right. I ordered them to start doing some ice machine research because
which was all of 5 minutes.
So after our second ice machine broke and we got the 2 warranty we haven't even used, it didn't break, it just got moldy. And then I screamed, I'm tired of this. We can't, is there anyone, do they make an ice machine that cleans itself? Because I can't do the vinegar BS again.
No, because it never really went away, the vinegar taste.
Hello?
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 Hello, this is Harvey from Best Buy Colonial calling about your ice maker you ordered, you dumb mother. Are you really getting us an ice machine, or are you just driving around in circles smoking pot?
It's actually a crystal meth.
Okay.
Gotta get on down, brother.
Bye-bye.
You could have got him if you didn't say
I could have got him.
MF.
I could have got him. And then I felt bad. I chickened out on it because we were roughing him last week.
Then we used to say, brother.
Hey, why does he answer like this? Could be a client. He's like,
Hello?
hello?
You were answering it.
Like
You were
didn't
answering it as the
expect
same
it
voice I was doing.
Ever answer a phone call and it's like, hello? What is this?
Hello? And then I'm like, hello? And then he's like, hello?
Why are you answering the phone like you're hiding?
Because he is. He is not going to get the ice machine.
You're right. I feel like he's hiding under a tree.
Also, he did sound a little,
Choppers love sleeping under trees. If they can find a shade tree.
Did you crack your blinds to see if he was just sitting out front? He might have just been sitting out front in his car with the
smoke coming out of his windows.
seat all the way back.
EJ checking in, asking if he ordered the phone rocker, because you gave that to Butler as another thing to do. I don't think it was ordered.
Oh, no, I don't think he did.
Yeah. So then we have this ice machine, the moldy one, and then
Is it dry yet, or is it still moldy in there?
So okay, get this, everybody. So Butler does the research, and then he
dig this, baby.
He orders. He comes back and he gives me the report, and the report is the only countertop ice machine that he could find that has a self-cleaning mode is this whatever one that he found is $550.
That is ridiculous.
And so I was like, $550. I'm like, God damn! And then,
which one of the clients is sponsoring that?
no. So
we got to get that sponsor.
But that was.
I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm in fun mode.
So that was 2 weeks ago, and then I didn't want to spend $550. So anyway. 2 weeks go by, and then Samantha brings up the ice machine this morning.
Because it just sits by my desk, by the way.
Yeah. The old vinegar one.
Well, it's a doorstop.
So then,
I'm like, let's just toss this in the trash.
We're using it as a doorstop.
So I got fed up, and I just said, pull the trigger on the GD 550. And then when Samantha found out it was that, she's like, blew her wig off.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
got mad.
And then she started questioning about Butler's research, and then that got me to question my decision making.
I like that you never even thought about that. You're like,
you bring up a good point.
But we did get to the bottom of everything because apparently it's already purchased and he's picking it up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, it's probably a mistake, and I probably wasted a lot of
How
money.
big is it? Do we know how big it is?
Right. Is it even going to fit in here?
We-
How much research did he do? He's going to bring, I'm telling you, he's going to bring that thing in. It's going to be giant. We're going to have nowhere
He
for that
brought
thing
a
to go.
dolly with him. He did. He took our dolly.
He said it would fit underneath our cabinet. And so...
Did you look at this thing? What's the dimensions?
I just try.
But we already have a microwave there.
He's grown ass. He's older than I am.
He's a stony baloney now.
He is.
So
though.
wait, are we
But
putting him fully in charge of this?
He sailed around the world. He told me, so I
He
trust
did.
him to buy an ice machine.
He sold like they had
He
two
and some
catamarans and they sailed.
He also just told us he was a waiter in France for one summer.
He was a waiter.
I don't know. This guy's.
And then
It's ridiculous.
And then I asked him, I was like, "But you were a waiter in France?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes, I was. For my uncle's Dijon." He's like,
Dijon mustard.
For my uncle Dijon Mustard's restaurant called Ooh Wee Wee.
And then I was like, do you speak French? And he's like,
nope.
He's like, nope. I just had to bring stuff.
Welcome to
And
Ooh
clean
Wee
the
Wee.
tables.
And he's like, I just had to bring stuff and then clean the table. I'm like,
And give cigarettes to underage kids. That's what he said.
and I'm like, that's a
Welcome to
busboy.
Ooh Wee Wee.
Yeah, he's a busboy.
Owned by Colonel Mustard. I'm your waiter, Travis.
I swear to God, that just happened.
Yep.
Like,
Every morning, it's a new little tidbit about
Uncle
Butler.
Dijon. No, he said Uncle D. John.
yeah, he said, like,
For my aunt and
How
Uncle
old-
D. and John.
how old was he? He's like a teen?
Yeah, he
Or
said
whatever.
he was a teen.
Yeah. So anyway,
By the way, Butler's marijuana license expired.
Oh,
How
yeah.
crazy is he going to go in the next couple weeks?
Oh, yeah, you'll be...
Unless he's stocked up.
Wait,
prior.
he's driving without a license right now?
But still high.
Yeah. Well, he panicked yesterday, and he went to True Leave and
Oh, did
bought
he?
a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to give him his paycheck early. He said...
You had to front him money? Now we have
we vowed to
problems.
never do that again.
He said, I got to get that 2-week advance, boss.
Oh,
He's like,
not
I
the
gotta-
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're never going to see him again.
He took our ice
Wait a minute,
machine.
Yeah.
you gave him
He's gone.
$500 and his paycheck?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's in Sewataneu, sanding a whole boat.
We'll never see him again. He's in France right now with his Uncle Dijon at the old Ooh Wee Wee Cafe.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a waiter over here. I wear a jumpsuit and I mop. I'm like, that's not a waiter. That's
I question everything he says now. I'm like, I don't know. You're sounding a little like Kramer, where everything.
When did he tell you guys he was
This
a
morning.
waiter in France?
Yeah, while he was ordering the ice machine.
Yep.
Why was he telling you this?
I have no idea. I forgot. why.
I know a lot about ice because
He
I was a waiter in France.
I was asking him about a tipping situation.
Oh,
And then he
yes.
says he tips like in Europe, so he doesn't
Oh,
tip.
yeah. Because Samantha was like, I tip the people that come to my house to do anything
Yeah.
because I feel like...
Right.
Like
you
if
should
Guardian
tip.
Water Services,
That's
if
who
Joe
was
stops
speaking
by
of,
and he
yeah.
changes out a filter and does something, you
Yeah.
slip him a little something for his time.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I use the fact that I'm European as an excuse not to tip.
And I'm like, dude, you've never even lived in Europe.
Yeah. And then he started saying...
worked there for a summer.
Yeah. Then we're like, where'd you work? And then,
I was a
Dijon.
classic trained chef at the Ooh La La.
and like, really, what were your duties? Like, I stood at a podium in the front, and then I took people's names. Like, that's not
That's a host.
Oh, he has no idea about
Right.
what jobs are.
Yeah.
I folded napkins in the back.
What do you think he tells people his job name is here?
It's like, my name is Joe Rogan. You're not Joe Rogan. Like, my job is Joe Rogan.
My job is Joe Rogan.
So what do you do there? Podcast, buddy. Drive around. Stuff. Work hard.
Oh, God.
My job is Joe Rogan. What do you do? Well, they talk. I don't know. Carrot. I got nothing.
Back to our turn.
I woke up in the middle of the night last night, and I woke up my wife,
Yeah.
and I told her that she was going to have to go into the hallway
Yeah.
and turn the air off because I was freezing my GD balls off.
Yeah.
It is so cold in my house now. My air is so efficient and so dialed in. They finally somebody figured out how to get every floor of my home, the zones to talk correctly to each other so they're not working against each other. And those are our friends at American Air and Heat.
Dude, seeing the drastic difference, we're staying in an Airbnb.
You're saving money.
Right.
Oh, you're probably sweating. You're probably sweating like crazy.
Not only that, the AC never stops.
Right, because it's probably an underpowered unit, which is what I had.
It's an older Florida home.
Leave your jokes alone, underpowered unit.
It's an old unit, and so the Airbnb we're staying at, the AC just runs 24 hours a day. My God, I couldn't imagine what the electric bill is going to be for this person that owns the house. I mean, it's insane. And
also, you're bad tenants, so I kind of feel
it's going to be real bad.
Yeah, well, you leave all the doors open while you run it too. So.
Also, I noticed in this the house we're staying at, they have one return, and it's old. This house was built in the 50s, probably still have the original ducts. And that's what American Air and Heat told me when they came into my house, redid my whole system. We both got new systems, but more importantly, they put a return in every room, so it sucks the hot air out of these rooms.
Well, they'll help you design your, they went in and basically redesigned your entire air conditioning system. Mine was a little bit newer. I didn't need that, but my problem was I had a really small air conditioning unit and handler that was operating in a house it was very underpowered. So they got me the right size, now I'm speaking out of turn here, but tonnage, I guess, or whatever I needed. Now I got the right thing in there, so now my house is running correctly.
Yeah, we got the UV light that kills 99% of any
electrostatic filter as well.
Viruses, anything.
You cut off the electricity, you pull out the it's a reusable, recyclable filter.
Yep.
Everything that they do is just top notch. The guys, they wrapped my entire home in plastic when they did everything, and when they got out of there, I never knew they were there.
Great. Yeah.
I never knew they were there. I was here on a Friday. My wife was at home.
Dude, I've got this little knob that you turn, this deodorizer, that if
changes the smell, right?
If I cook bacon in the house, it drives my wife crazy.
Button,
and she turns the deodorizer up, it filters out the smells, and you can turn it up or down.
100%.
Dude, it's really good. And plus, like you said, my house is cool now. My AC is not running 24/7.
Whether you need emergency service, whether you need a new system, preventative maintenance like we've done, a checkup, you just got to get a hold of American Air and Heat. It's family-friendly service. That's our friends at AmericanAirandHeat.com.
You know what's better than a raise? The satisfaction of a job well done. Nope. And listening to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
Tom.
And Samantha's here, and you know what time it is, buddy. It's time for everybody's favorite bit. Oh, damn it. Here we go. Tom says that Dan is old, really old. Tom feels like a doo-doo pie because he got another cold. Dan gets upset when Tom constantly picks on him about his age. He doesn't understand that inside me is fueled by a firing rage. I'm gonna kill everybody! We love Porky! Yeah!
Who's Porkin'? Brought to you by Porky's Barbecue and Apopka. If you want to order that delicious holiday ham or turkey, you can go to...
Thank you for our freedom.
Porky's in a pop. All right.
I made it patriotic at the end.
All right, you were making comments that Tom makes fun of you for being old. Well, that's going on in Who's Porkin' today because it is Katherine Mcphee and David Foster.
Oh, I know Katherine. Okay. I know who these people are. Mcphee was a contestant on American Idol.
Yes, that's how they met.
And David Foster is the really crazy, super huge composer man.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he was also a mentor on American Idol when she was on there. I believe she was 21 years old. Yes, she was 21 years old when she met him.
Creepy!
She's now 35, and he is 70. They got married last year, and he has daughters and granddaughters. And so now his daughters are messing with her on Twitter and Instagram when she'll post pictures or whatever. They'll call her mommy and a hot grandma, and it's just people are mad about it, but I think it's pretty funny because she'll write back like little quips to them. She doesn't seem to mind that there's a huge age gap.
Okay, like for as many times as I've heard people mention the creepiness of this thing, when you do see them, you're like, who are we to judge? You know, like, I mean, they're like, it doesn't seem like dysfunctional. It just seems like they met and hit it off, and they just happen to be way different in age. But I don't know anything about them.
It always weirds me out when it's an older man and they meet the girl when she's very young, and then he like produced her first single.
Like the
it just
Celine
seems very
Dion.
correct.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of grooming
I can see
scenario.
I could
but at
definitely
this
see
point,
that.
she's 35. She can make her own decisions to marry whoever she wants. Although she might, be a little.
Like Juan in the Twitch chat room said, that is
yeah.
so gross, but you do you, I suppose. Unfortunately, I think you have to say you do you, because what's gross to you may not be
And
gross
she's also an adult.
to
So
everybody else. Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about, like, he didn't...
She was 21.
He wasn't in the room when she was born and then,
Right.
told her parents to, like, save her until she was
It's
of
not
age.
like Woody Allen where he, like, marries his adopted daughter.
It's just a odd, not that of a normal thing for a 70-year-old and a 35. I mean,
Well, you wouldn't think there'd be much there, but, again, I don't know.
You also have to think so last year when they got married, she would have been 34, right? He's now 70. You just got married. How much, not to be more, but how much time do you have with this man as your husband?
Not that much.
Well, which is good for her. Right?
It's his fifth wife, by the way.
Yeah, but this is good for her because, like, even if, let's say, there is an underlining element of grossness here that we don't know, and I'm sure there is. I'm sure his ass looks like...
He doesn't look bad for 70.
Yeah, but
I'll give him that. He does kind of look like an elf. But.
Tom and I have a theory that no matter who you are, if you're an old man, skinny or fat, your ass will eventually look like a bulldog's cheeks.
Droops.
So, yeah, you get the droopy ass. So he's definitely got that. So when he's, going to get a Gatorade after sex, she's going to see that. And thankfully, she only has to put up with that for about 15 more years.
So she posted a photo on her Instagram when she was on vacation with her husband, and his daughter replied, "Feels like I could have been invited on this beautiful trip." And his daughter is actually 2 years older than Katherine McPhee, so that's weird. And Katherine McPhee responded, "Mommy and Daddy need alone time."
Yeah, they'll probably all know
weird.
each other.
But if they're okay with it, see, I mean,
They are okay with it. His daughters actually really love her.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, we got a guy who, I don't know, let's just say he's a good guy. And we got a girl. And let's just say she's a good girl. And let's say his daughters are all fine young women. And they all love each other and get along. Who the F are we to sit here and look at it and continuously belittle it and say it's gross when they might, for all intents and purposes, just really have a awesome family-loving relationship?
Could be true.
We're the internet. We think everything's gross, and we make fun of everybody. And
Well, that's just society. I mean,
you're like, what are you doing?
Everyone always says,
gross.
"Who are we to judge?" But let's be honest, everybody judges
you
everything.
judge.
So
Yeah, you
we
absolutely
literally just judged everything in Nerd Jocks.
And
it's
you-
opinions.
And your celebrities are in the public eye. You do things like this. You're gonna, expect people to talk ass.
Was there a way for him to... There's no way to do it without people talking ass.
Not when you're a celebrity.
Yeah, there'd be like... even when you're not. Let's say you were 70-year-old Tom Van that worked at the Power Sports store and you met a 30, 25, whatever, 21-year-old girl, and eventually that ended up being your wife. The guys around the shop are going to give you some stick about it.
They'll be like, good job, buddy. You got that young one.
Yeah, that's called the Seth Petrozelli, Jim Phillips.
Yeah.
Being 21, just kind of fresh out of your teens kind of thing, and then dating somebody, well, not even date, at that point they weren't dating, but like, if they were 40 years, you're elder, someone in their 60s, doesn't that seem a little weird?
It is.
What, like her dating somebody?
Well, what's weird
is it weird or is it just not?
It's not normal.
Normal. Or the norm, meaning what everybody else does.
I'm just saying, think about when you were 21 and how dumb and naive you were.
Well, Juan said,
and if you're meeting someone and they're helping you with your career and doing all this, it seems a little nefarious.
They're their mentor.
On the surface.
Well, the power aspect.
Yeah, he was a mentor to her.
the power aspect, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, I could see that.
I think that's what grosses me out the most
I
about
could
it.
see that.
But
if you sat down with Katherine McPhee and talked to her, And she was like, yeah, there was nothing even close. That never happened. You know, he never abused or used his influence to guide me or groom me. Or
just attracted to older men.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Could you understand that? Because, Samantha, your husband looks younger than he actually is.
He is actually younger than me. So.
He is, but he actually has a young face. He's got the, young old man kind of look. Well, it's just some people go the opposite. Some people,
you want some of that
even
Trav's have?
His age, look older. But could you be attracted to I'm trying to think of who's the oldest guy that you still find attractive, Samantha? Like celebrity or Brad Pitt. I mean, most.
I will allow you to. I will allow you to say me, even though you work with me.
Is there anybody over the age of 60 that you could think that you wouldn't mind?
You'd have to name.
Oh, this is a fun game.
Some celebrities over 60.
This is a fun game. I'm doing it for me now.
Because, there's Heidi Klum. How old is she? She's 55.
Oh, I got mine. It's really gonna surprise you. But when you base it on talent, when you base it on how she acts, how she treats people, and when I have a thing for the way she looks, even though I know it's older and maybe not young and snappy. Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
No, okay.
I am attracted to Dolly Parton.
How old is she?
70.
Yeah, she's like in her 70s.
Yeah, she's old. So can you imagine me marrying Dolly Parton?
Yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, because you're in your 40s.
We'd have a lot to talk about. Let's say me at 21 and she's, let's say, 55.
It'd be more odd just because the age difference.
But think of the amount of stuff we'd have to talk about. We'd talk about music. We'd write songs together. See, I'm not trying to stick up for this guy. I'm just trying to say that, he is a musician. She's a musician. They probably write songs and sing and,
And
I'm looking at celebrity men over 60, and I'm not finding any yet.
You may not. It may
that
be,
I find attractive.
It may be harder, and I think I did find the white whale. I think Dolly Parton, because the chat room's even lighting up. There's a lot of Dolly is, she looks like she takes good care of herself, fitness and health-wise.
A lot of plastic surgery, which kept her looking young.
A lot, but it's not the grotesque amount. It's just enough maintenance to keep the gutters on.
I've heard women talk about if you just do a little bit at a time, then it's harder for people to notice.
That's what I do with cocaine.
Just
sneak a little in.
Little tuck here, little Botox here, and just a little bit. And by the time you're 65, 70, then you're like, well, you look 20 years younger. But you don't do it all at once because then it's like, whoa, what happened? It's too shocking. I got to do it little by little.
At this point, I'm the only member of the show that's had plastic surgery, right?
What do you do?
I had the calf reduction.
You don't have massive calves.
They're big.
Couldn't even wear pants.
Yeah, it was hard. I'd have to cut holes in the back of them so they poof out.
It was weird looking, and I was embarrassed.
It's like when pregnant girls go to prom and they have to cut the hole for the baby belly. Like, that's how I had to wear my pants.
They don't have to do that.
They do it, though. And usually it's a basketball jersey.
And then you're just advertising. You're like, I've made some bad decisions.
Yeah.
This
what was
harder
weird,
than I
though,
thought.
is I got my calves tattooed.
Maybe I might be in trouble, guys. I might have to get a new husband once he gets in his 60s.
What do you think? What?
Well, he'll look at his 50s.
He'll look at his 50s, and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
because you got that sweet Indian blood.
And as you age, you start to. Also, if you age with a
Dr.
person,
Drew, I think he's attractive.
How old
he's
is
in
he?
his 60s.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Is in his 60s?
Yeah, he's kept himself.
Wow.
Good condition too.
He's 61.
He works out a lot.
He's buff.
Yeah.
He's buff. He's tan now.
All right.
He's smart.
Dr. Drew for you. How about you, Tom? You got one?
In their 60s? How old is Heidi Klum? I saw some
50, 48.
No, she's older than that, I think. There was some supermodel that my wife's like, look how good she looks.
How old is Bill Bellamy? Great job, Tracy. Tracy at our Twitch chat room.
Bill Bellamy's like 50. He's older than 55.
Heidi Klum's only 46.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That's why I said 48.
What was the others? The
Cindy Crawford is older than Heidi, right?
Christy Brinkley, maybe?
Christy Brinkley.
Yes, Christy Brinkley.
Yeah,
she's 65.
Yeah, she still looks really good.
She looks great.
Yeah. And her daughter looks like young Christy Brinkley.
And so does Cindy Crawford's daughter. they look like clones of each
yeah.
other. It's crazy.
Yeah, to keep yourself looking like that is a full-time job.
Adrian Paul, not sure who he is, but he's 6 years old. He's pretty
Bruce
attractive.
Willis.
No, I've never found him attractive.
A lot of girls do, though, because he's
I know.
grumpy action hero.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone?
No way.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah,
No.
he
What
kind
do I like? Fudge Pops? Wait.
yeah.
Carrot Top?
No, how dare you?
Carrot Top is only in his early 50s, right? Yeah.
He looks good.
Yeah.
He's muscling up again.
Less options for us.
Jeff Bridges.
He's a rugged, handsome gentleman.
Nice job, Norm. That's a good one. Don Johnson.
No.
I feel
No.
like
Don Johnson looks a little drunk uncle.
once you can maintain, it seems like after 75, it's hard to not look like a grandpa. You know what I'm saying? Like
it is.
You can only fight it in your 60s, but once you
Especially if you're white.
hit that 70s plateau, you turn into full grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, like it's impossible. I mean, 70 years old. I mean, that was beyond human lifespan 100 years ago. Like, and the fact that we could still maintain in our 60s and look like, whoa, like good. Like, the fact that people are, talking about still wanting to bang you in your 60s, that's a testament to modern technology, you know, like, it makes me think,
Because old men, and I'll pick on old men more than old women because, you know, old women, I think, actually do a better job of this. Old men do reach a point, like Bill Clinton has kind of reached a point where
Grandpa.
I think he used to be like kind of a good-looking
10 years
presidential guy, right? But then he reached a point where I think he kind of gave
He
up.
also lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, and then his
he was
face
sick.
started getting flaky, like he didn't moisturize or he didn't care or rosacea kicked in or something. Could be lupus. I don't know. I'm not picking on him for
well,
whatever.
your body's literally
It's
dying.
deteriorating,
And so you start losing weight, and then when you start losing
Start
weight,
shrinking,
it
yeah.
makes you old grandpa.
Richard Gere, somebody put in the Twitch chat room?
Not for me.
Not for you?
Yeah, he'll be old grandpa soon. I mean, a lot of these people.
I'm trying to think of who are some famous black actors that we're missing? Because maybe we need to go into
Denzel, I guess.
Yeah, see, there you
Not
go.
really my type, but he's handsome.
Lawrence Fishburne,
Is he in his
No.
60s?
I can't unsee him as the
Wesley
character.
Snipes, Eddie Murphy looks good.
No.
He looks
I've
good.
never found him attractive.
But Eddie Murphy, what is he? 50s?
I think he's late 50s. Eddie Murphy,
Some mid 50s, something like that.
we're bad at ages on this show.
58. He's almost 60.
Yeah, he's almost 60. What's our marker again? 65.
Oh, 60s, right?
Anybody in the 60s, yeah.
I think Eddie Murphy's a pretty good choice. He's an attractive guy.
Is there anybody in their 70s
No.
that you could find celebrity?
You know what? Jeff Goldblum's not
No, he looks
not
good.
ugly. He's 67.
Holy
He's
crap!
almost
he
70
looks
years
great.
old.
He looks great.
Yeah, he does. All
Now-
right, give it up to
But he's like a
Goldblum.
Zen guy, right? Like a yoga man, and like
He's eccentric, yeah.
yeah. I bet you he's a meditation
I'm
yoga
sure.
man.
Yeah, he's probably
Harrison Ford, somebody said.
Not for me.
I think he's turned full grandpa now.
Yeah.
There used to be Harrison.
Did he
Ford.
did he retire his earring yet?
No,
Once he puts
he
that
kept the
earring in the
earring in.
jewelry box, he's as good as dead.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I feel like if once he unclasps the back of that diamond stud earring, as soon as it comes off the post, that his heart will stop and he will collapse into a heap. Dead.
He's curmudgeoned old grandpa helicopter pilot, right?
No,
Yeah.
all he wants to do, all I want to do is fly my helicopters and twirl my earring.
Still.
Tom Cruise. How old is that guy?
Never found him attractive.
I think mid 50s, but in his 60s, Tom Cruise will be the guy in his 70s.
That
You're
will be like,
what?
Yeah, he'll be the Dolly
He's
Parton.
57, so he's almost in the
He's
60s.
getting there.
Yeah, when he's the guy. I mean, it's like the Brady's of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're obsessed with your health. You're no sugar, plant based diet, workout. Keep
What do you
up
guys
with
do
your
for
plastic
fun?
surgery. Well,
Just extreme stuff, right? Like
You're full
go
ti-
out on the racetrack or fly a plane. Or,
yeah. Your full time job, or at least a lot of it, is keeping your appearance up. Maintaining your health is hard to do and expensive. So
Any
you got
rock
the trainers-
stars? Are we missing any rock stars, Tom?
In their 60s?
I feel like rock stars did a lot of damage when they were young.
Comedians?
So they can't.
Did we miss any Asian people? Because I think that white people do look the oldest.
Yeah. We have the worst, at least, track record for getting old
And looking bad.
and looking. Yeah.
We get red. Our noses get red. Our hair gets white. It looks weird. It's off-putting.
Yeah. Our, for whatever reason, our skin is more likely to get wrinkled.
Spreckly.
Yeah.
Did we miss any like really attractive Asian people?
Oh,
Spanish
yeah.
people? Spanish people. We missed some Spanish people. I know we did. Some Latin people.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we missed them.
It was
How old's J-Lo now?
J-Lo's got to be
50?
in her 50s. Yeah, she still looks good. I'm telling you, I think it's that post.
She is 50.
Benicio del Toro, I think somebody put in the chat
I like
room.
Benicio. How old is he?
A lot of it's good genetics, though, too.
You got to move away from white people, and you got to go in all different directions.
He's only 52, though.
Also, a lot of the stigma with being an older guy and marrying young is, the old sugar daddy deal. Like, she's just out for the money, And in this case...
Men do not age well, is what I'm finding.
No.
They don't.
But that's what most people are concerned about at first, right? Like family members and stuff. And then once that's out of the picture, then it seems like you're... if you're
right.
Like, say your dad or whatever, marries, way younger, half his age. The first thing you're concerned about is this girl out for his money, right? And once that's out of the picture, then you're just like, well, good for them. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's been such the stereotype for so many years. Old man, young girl trying to get his money.
We knew a guy that had this scenario where he was a very well-to-do businessman, and he had a very young, and very attractive girl, but they were together a very long time.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was
15 years or something.
And then what happened?
It did fall apart eventually, but I don't think it fell apart because there was anything wrong. I think it fell apart just like it would have been if they were the same age, and they just got a divorce.
Also, I
don't think they ever got married.
Something was wrong.
Well, no, just like maybe you fall out of love, but it wasn't the
regular breakup.
Yeah, I don't think it was the age difference. Is what
could have been though, because they could have grown apart and just been in different parts of their lives and couldn't relate to each other. You see what I'm saying?
No,
I understand. There's a lot to be said for like a 30
what you're saying,
to 40 year age gap.
You'd probably have to know them to understand that it looked... Yeah, and again,
it looked like a money thing at first, but then once you found out it wasn't, then I was like, oh, good for them.
Yeah, because at first we were all like, oh, God, look at that. And then it went, 5 years, and then it went 10 years, and then it went 15 years. We're like, holy crap. It wasn't a
flash in the pan thing.
We're like, these guys are together an awful lot. But I think she wanted a career, actually, was the deciding factor.
The whole, you guys are in different stages of your life and in different things kind of makes sense. I mean, you grew up in different generations. But I guess if that doesn't apply to you and it's fine, or maybe you just there's people that have older men and women fetishes and then are just more attracted to someone older. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's lots of everybody. It's all subjective, but I guess as long
I've seen real sex.
Yeah, as long as it's not nefarious or you're not out for the other person's money, then no one cares.
Yeah. But you know what I don't ever see? I never see old man, 75 years of age, then gets with old woman, 75 years of age, and have a great time. I don't ever see that. I see it on commercials.
Yeah.
It's usually some sort of weenie pill or diabetes or something on, when you're watching QVC, but I never see it in real life.
Well, I think in general, it's not like this for everybody, but I think if you're an older man and you're single or looking for another partner, you're probably just going to skew younger just because, it's what you're attracted to. And by younger, I mean, just 10, 20 years younger, because just if you had your option, if it was out there, I just think that's what the norm is.
When you go to purchase a car, you don't go to the junkyard.
How dare you?
I'm saying, you go to the buy here, pay here, and you get something that's within 10 years.
No disrespect to older women,
or older men.
So if there's
it works both ways.
An older person dating app, right? And the guy is let's say the guy is 70.
Yeah,
like David Foster. You're telling me
he starts
there's
at
no
60.
way he's starting at 60.
He's starting
and below.
I think he's going younger.
But what about women? You think they do the same?
No.
If it's a 70-year-old woman?
No.
Why?
Women care
you guys are
less
better
about appearance, though.
Yeah, you do. You're less judgy about. We're more visual creatures. You guys are more about the real things, like the feelings, the emotions.
Oh, man,
and
we're going to be stuck with old grandpas.
No, you're not.
just science.
See, you did it right.
That's true. I did go younger.
You did it right.
Yeah.
My wife is going to be stuck with an old grandpa. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
But then
Crystal's going to be okay. She's a little bit older than Tom.
True.
Really, Andrew.
I'll be trading it in as soon as.
Wow, that's a bold.
As soon as my kids grow up, they're out of the nest, then my wife will go menopause and all that thing. And then it's real bitch. And then I'm like, okay. Then
You
it
call
happens.
her that now.
then I'm old man trying to. Then I call up Seth. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you have a
birthday party at El Pescatore.
And then
Doing spitballs.
then I get on testosterone, HGH for sure.
You're big muscle.
I am working out.
Yeah,
and
you
then,
look like Big Papa Pump.
And then I get a Corvette.
No. That you're not a Corvette man. You're a slingshot man all day long. You get a slingshot.
Then I go, and I'm not able to
do-rag. You get a do-rag, grow a wispy beard.
I'm not able to get any girl in their 20s, but I'll get like a 38-year-old. Daytona.
Rough.
Rough around the edges.
Works at all shucks.
A couple,
you got
some domestic violence arrests, because she gets arrested with her old man.
Yeah.
It was a misunderstanding.
And she's,
I've been bartending here at the Ocean Deck for about 17 years.
You're going to get one of those.
She likes to party.
Oh, she does.
So I'll be.
God, I haven't done cocaine in a long time. Must be special occasion.
And put it on the fender of my slingshot.
She's doing a line of coke off the fender of your slingshot. You get her in there. You zip her up. You're like, money's no object. You want to ride the Ska Coaster?
And then I have to take pills for
Tom
everything.
Vliet. I had a podcast 5 years ago before my partner died.
Like, I'm like,
This is very morbid.
I'm like,
They're always morbid, Sam.
you're horny. Let me hold on. I got to take my pills. Give me about 38 minutes.
And then you're like, let me find an orange grove. And you ride the slingshot out into the orange grove, and you plop her bulldog cheeks right on the top of it. And your pills don't kick in. You're like, I'm torn.
Yeah.
Took the wrong pills. Took my fish oil. God damn fish oil.
Burping up fish oil. Then
by this time you're drinking White Claw Extreme, which hasn't even been released yet.
Right.
Then one day I'm going back from Daytona and I'm crossing over the I-4 bridge and I'm like, that's it. And then I just go, I'm like, and it's rocketing, and it's a violent death.
Oh man!
Because
you ever had a sandbar and a slingshot going 90?
I think that the lights will just turn off, but it's violent. Before I'm cartwheeling across the water, I'm being ripped apart. As I cartwheel, and then I'm floating because whatever, like there's enough air in my pants.
You're gassy.
And then I'm like,
The alligators are eating your torso.
And I'm like, this is a stupid decision.
Yeah.
And then like, save me! And then I'm taking all the pills in my pocket. And then I'm like,
So
I die with
so
the
when the ambulance pulls up, it's just a torso with no arms and no legs with a giant flagpole.
And then I left all my podcast millions to the Daytona old lady that.
Darlene.
Yeah, Darlene.
And then my Max and Tommy were pissed. They're like, I knew we should have stepped in. He was, and then they tried to sue her because they.
What did I do with my money?
Oh
wait, that's right. You scammed me out of it. I killed myself. That's how I died. He scammed me out of my money, and I killed myself.
I got you to sign some paperwork.
Well, I did the handgun with the balloon so I could get the money to Maisie and Andrea. But unfortunately, the balloon I didn't put helium in it. It was just air. It was like, it just fell to the ground with the balloon.
And the cop's like, there's the gun. It's attached to a balloon. I see it. Easy to find.
Great job. Who was here? Who was on scene first? Great job. You tied a balloon to the gun so we could find it. Great job. You get a promotion.
In fact, the gun fell under some hay, and we wouldn't have been able to find it if it was this balloon telling me where it was.
And then they give the balloon a medal for being a great detective.
There you go. That's the Tom and Dan story.
The Tom and Dan story.
I'm fine with it.
Now put that in your Marvel movie, Juan. Make that a movie.
Yeah.
People would watch that.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, that's probably one of my.
Who's Porkins.
That's one of the craziest Who's Porkins ever. So let's take a little break, and when we come back, we will unpork, and we'll continue with more A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan.